Well, believe it or not, I was raised in the city in Long Beach and loved horses. Used to read Will James books. Used to watch the movies with Hopalong Cassidy and Gene Autry and Roy Rogers. And I always wanted to be a cowboy and have horses. And next thing I started riding calves, steers, bucking broncos, and worked on Catalina Island on the ranch during World War II. I was 13 years old, 14. Then I went off to Cal Poly and became a professional. Went through Cal Poly, became a professional rodeo rider, and then I got hurt in a tractor accident, broke both my legs. Probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Ben Johnson, the movie actor, Casey Tibbs, and Dean Oliver and Billy Ward, we didn't have any insurance in those days, had a benefit for me. I ended up buying a Western store, Cotton's Cowboy Corral, which my wife Karen Rosser and I have had now for 55 years. And then, of course, we went in the rodeo business in 1956. The stock contracting business, we bought the Flying U. And we've been 50 years now entertaining people, like here at the Cow Palace the last 10 days, and putting on rodeos throughout the 11 western United States. Something for the kids.
We've got all the west of the north side of the Monday here tonight. Here goes! He'll want to do. He's going to take it anyway. Let's go, farmer guys.
Well, a stock contractor basically provides the stock at a rodeo, and a lot of them are truck drivers, and a lot of them are ranchers and farmers. And then there's rodeo producers that produce the show. He also hires the announcers, the clowns, directs the arena, directs the show, and puts on the show, and is the arena director running the show and handling all the insurance and all the prize money and the payoff and the complete show. That's basically what a rodeo producer does, more than just a stock contractor that provides stock. Like here at the Cow Palace, for example, I'm the rodeo producer. We have 7 other stock contractors working with us here providing stock for the rodeo. Some of the greatest joys I have is when you have a full house in the grandstand in the show. Everybody enjoys themselves and they go out and say, good show, Cotton, see you next year. Of course, that always makes me feel good to entertain the people. But then raising our animals. I always wanted horses and cattle when I was a little boy. Now I got a lot of them, but we raise our bucking horse. We have the Born to Buck program, breeding a cranky mare. And the female side is more predominant in the meanness, you know that, don't you? Also, we have the stallions. We cross with the mares and we raise our good bucking horses and we send them to the national final. It's a real accomplishment to kind of like raising a prize steer or a prize horse that bucks and works for 8 minutes a year and lives to be 25, 30 years old. Huh?
Whoa, here we go. You got it. Gone. It's working. That is a beautiful bucking horse ride, Cow Palace.
I just wish the kids of today, when you go down the street in agriculture, they don't know where milk comes from. They think it comes from a 7-Eleven store in a carton, you know. And that's why the livestock show at the Cow Palace is so great here. You see the beef animals, the dairy animals. That's where you get your T-bone steaks, and the hogs are here. That's where you get your bacon and your ham, and the milk cows from the milk from the cows. And trying to keep agriculture alive and make the kids realize what our forefathers did in the past, what tough people they were to come across the prairies with their oxen and their teams and settle the West, put the West alive. America is put together with all nationalities of people, and we got the best people in the world in this country, but somehow I think some of this element is slipping a little by the wayside with the kids wanting to rebel and wanting this and wanting that. Everybody wants a free lunch. There's no free lunch in this world today, and America was settled by people that worked hard and gave a day's wages and pay to make themselves a life and to make this country the best country in the world, the United States of America.
This bull they call Rapid Reward. Another rapid fire. Another rapid fire. What about this? Let's hear what the judges say. Look at that bullbuck on the replay, and look how this man rode it. Ladies and gentlemen, a bottle of Jack Daniels and 87 points. 87. That's a bull ride.
Well, in this industry, I hate to say this, they say my heroes have all been cowboys, but most of my heroes have all died. But to today's cowboy, Ty Murray outstands one of the outstanding cowboys. We have a black cowboy, Fred Whitfield. We saw him ride today, one of the top athletes of this country. In the past, we've had Charlie Sampson, from Watts, the world's champion bull rider. We've had, there's just a host of them that are really tough cowboys, Joe Beaver and on. And the professional organization of our PRCA, there's some 8,000 members, and there's about 20% of them that are just as tough as cowboys. They ride, they rope better than we ever did in the past. Of course, they have better gear, and they have schools. They have schools to learn how to rope, learn how to ride bulls, how to ride bucking horses. The only disappointment I have is, how do I send my animals to school? You know, I do buck my animals sometimes in college rodeos and get them ready for the pro circuit, because these guys can ride today. There's not only a few, there's a whole herd of guys that can ride and rope like the dickens. So my disappointment is not having our stock try to keep up with the quality of the riders. As far as the guys ride so much better, although we do throw them off in the bull riding, and the bull riding's the hottest thing and the most dangerous sport. Extreme sports is what everybody wants. So I think the rodeo, I would wish we could get more people into the grandstands. That rodeo cowboy is the only true athlete in the world. We have some 700 cowboys here at the Cow Palace entered this week, paying $200 and $300 to get on a bull or rope a calf. Only 10% of them are going to win any money, but they do it for the love of the sport, and the money helps. But they love what they're doing, want to be a cowboy.